10 insane science facts? You're about to. Stick around. Some of these will break your brain. Gallium is a metal that melts in your hand. No, really, it looks like a chunk of silver, but it has such a low melting point, just 85 degrees Fahrenheit, that your body heat is enough to turn it into liquid. It won't hurt you, and it doesn't react with skin. It's used in electronics, solar panels, and even medical thermometers. But watching it melt in your palm feels like holding something from an alien world. Desert ants use step counting and the sun to find their way home. These ants live in environments with zero landmarks, so instead of relying on scent trails or memory, they evolved a built-in odometer, counting every step they take. Even crazier? Scientists tested this by putting them on tiny stilts and shortening their legs. The stilt ants overshot their nest, and the short-legged ones fell short. It proved these ants don't just wander, they measure. Scientists created mouse embryos without sperm, eggs, or a womb. They used nothing but stem cells and a carefully controlled lab environment. These synthetic embryos developed beating hearts, tiny brain folds, and even early-stage organs, without any actual reproduction. It's not cloning. It's a whole new branch of bioengineering. The goal? To understand how organs form, why miscarriages happen, and maybe one day, grow organs on demand. The James Webb Space Telescope is literally letting us look into the past. Light travels at a fixed speed, so when we look at distant galaxies, we're not seeing them. Now, we're seeing what they looked like billions of years ago. JWST is capturing light that left those galaxies over 13 billion years ago, showing us the infant stages of the universe. It's like looking at a cosmic baby photo album. Only those babies are entire galaxies. There's a massive alcohol cloud in space, and it's wild. Sagittarius B2 is a gigantic cloud floating near the center of our galaxy. It's filled with ethyl alcohol, the same kind found in your beer or wine, mixed with other organic molecules. It's about 288 billion miles wide. If you somehow harvested it, you could make 400 trillion pints of beer. Of course, it's totally undrinkable because it's also full of deadly gases. But it proves one thing: complex chemistry exists far beyond Earth. Your skeleton replaces itself about every 10 years. Most people think bones are hard dead things, but they're alive. Every day, cells in your body break down old bone tissue and build new material. This is called bone remodeling, and it happens constantly. Over a decade, every single part of your skeleton is replaced. So even though you feel like the same person, you've had multiple complete skeletons over your lifetime. Kind of spooky when you think about it. Some worms can regrow their brains over and over. Planarian flatworms are basically regeneration champs. Cut one in half, both sides grow into full worms. Cut them into pieces, same deal. And if you chop off their heads, they regrow their brains. What's even more bizarre is that some studies show they might even retain memories after regenerating. Scientists are studying them closely, hoping to understand how cells can rebuild complex tissues and maybe apply that to human healing. Dark lightning is a real and invisible storm hazard. Unlike regular lightning, which you can see and hear, dark lightning is made of high-energy gamma radiation. It happens inside thunderclouds, and we only recently discovered it using satellite sensors. If a plane flies through it, passengers could be exposed to a burst of radiation, similar to getting a chest X-ray in midair. It doesn't happen often, and pilots don't even know when it does. But it's one of the wildest hidden risks of flying. Slime molds are brainless blobs that can solve puzzles. These yellow, slimy organisms are made of just one cell, but they can find the shortest path through a maze, solve logic problems, and remember where food was placed. In fact, scientists once let slime molds mimic the Tokyo subway map, and they chose a more efficient route than human engineers. They're even influencing how we design computer networks and transportation systems today. There's a spot in Canada where gravity is weaker, seriously. Hudson Bay in northeastern Canada has lower gravity than expected. This isn't science fiction. It's been measured. Thousands of years ago, a massive ice sheet pushed down on the land like a giant weight. Even though that ice melted long ago, the ground is still slowly rising back up, a process called post-glacial rebound. And that shift affects gravity. It's a subtle change, but satellites can detect it. The more we explore the universe, the more we realize truth is weirder than fiction.